I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are.
Hello everyone, Abby here with Purple Cottage Crafts, and I'm back with another design team project for Mon Ami Gabby. What I'm going to be working on for this video is altering some different paper and glassine bags that I'm going to be using for some creative packaging for another project that I've already completed. So let me just kind of show you these up close. So the embossing folder that I used on all of the bags, I will link that below in the description box if I can still find it. I've had this one for a couple of years. I'm not sure if it's still available or not. But these are the glassine bags I did here, the ones already done. And I love embossing folders on things like most of my projects, but I think especially on packaging, because it's such an easy, quick way to decorate your packaging, and then adding a few extra elements if you want to do that. So in this one here, I open these just like that. I have a little bit, this is actually this white lace with this brown trim here, or cotton trim. This is actually from a Easter hand towel that I got at the Target dollar spot last year, and I just cut a little bit off. So like the fabric on the underside, those are not Mon Ami Gabby, but all the ribbons and embellishments and trims are. So this is one of their really cool white sprays. I have another one right here that it looks like on its own. And then I added, some of the satin flowers with the little acrylic pieces like this, like little roses and things like that. These are like beads, so you can run this through onto a charm or something if you want to do that. And here's the other one. This is just some random trim I already had, some lacy trim. There, I can use your words. This is just a top piece off of a flower sack towel, excuse me. And then this is Mon Ami Gabby here, and then another little flower cluster with one of their really pretty buttons. And then this one here is another one. Now, I intentionally distressed this. This is the same flower sack towel as well as this trim from Mon Ami Gabby. This was intentional to have the fibers hanging down. I like how that looks. This is one of their pearl sprays, one of their flowers there as well, and then one of their paper flowers and this really pretty pink cabochon flower. And then this one here is another one. I think I just finished this one last night. But again, this is some of their pink sheer ribbon there. And then this again is that flower towel, or excuse me, the hand towel I got from Target. This is one of the really pretty silk cording pieces they have, and I made each end intentionally kind of open up and kind of have like that frayed look. That was on purpose. And this is some of their acrylic sprays there, one of their flat back pearls, and this really pretty pink satin bow. So I'm going, and I have 4 more left that I need to decorate. But I wanted to kind of share with you what the project is going to look like and what I'm working on beforehand. So these are the remaining bags. I have 3 glassine and 1 paper bag left. So this one I thought I would go ahead and do on camera, meaning like in real time, and then the rest of these I'll do like as a process video, so you can kind of watch me and my creative process. But I wanted to start with this one in real time. So some of the things I've gathered just on this little milk glass tray. I like to use trays like this, little vintage glass dishes and stuff to hold my things when I'm creating. It just kind of helps to inspire me. So I just have like a few of their doilies here that I'll probably cut one of these in half and use it on the bag. Just some of the different little bits and bobs, and I just kind of pulled some out that went with the theme and kind of the color palette I was looking for. And I do have a few extra elements in here I might pull from, I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to show you this very large tub, which is a combination of things that I've been given as a design team member, as well as some of my own items that I purchased myself. Because I've been a customer of Mon Ami Gabby since 2010 or 11, I forget which year I first met Marina at the CK convention in Portland, Oregon. But this is just part of it. Now, I didn't want to overwhelm myself and have all of this on my craft table, so I pulled out some of the key elements that I really wanted to use on that milk glass tray, and then I can kind of dig through these different bags of products to find which elements I wanted to use. Like I already used part of this pink sheer trim on one of the bags. So I'm going to be digging through these things kind of off camera, and I'll pull out the pieces, of course, I'm going to use. But just so you know where individual pieces are coming from other than what's on my table, this is where I'm going to be pulling from. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself set up here, and we'll go ahead and get started. So let me get my mat on here so I can protect my vinyl tabletop, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so some of the adhesives I'm going to be using, mostly the Beacon. Whoa, sorry, that's really zoomed in. Whoops, there we go. The Beacon Fabri-Tac. This is my favorite liquid adhesive, so I'm going to be using this, possibly some of the different score tape widths that just a couple that I have, and then this is my glossy accents, and it's in one of the fine line applicator bottles. This is the 18 gauge in case you're looking for any of these to use for your glossy accents. And then I just have some, you know, just some scissors and then one of my bone folders in case I need to press anything down. I feel like I'm still really super close. Let me get this bag. Yep, I am. It's just a little bit. There we go. So this one I started, but then I thought, you know, I want to actually do this one on film so I can show you how you can use a piece of trim or something that is unraveling or, you know, kind of coming apart. So all I did was glue down this little bit of some muslin fabric right here, and I used my Fabri-Tac for that. This is just a piece of paper that I'm using to put inside each of the bags as I'm working on them. The glue has not come through the bag and stuck to the back side or anything. I am using this mostly for the purpose of knowing where the top of the bag is, because some of the bags I've already altered are going to have some of the trims and stuff, you know, a little bit higher than the opening of the bags, because I want to make just kind of a reference to where the bag opens, I'm trying to say. So this is a gorgeous trim from Mon Ami Gabby, and I started gluing this down and then I stopped because, like I said, I wanted to build this one with you. So these are some other little elements that I already had pulled out to work on this particular bag. Now this is that really pretty kind of silky braided trim, and because I cut some off earlier, it's kind of coming apart like here. Yeah, you can twist it back up again if you want to do that, but I like the way that looks. This is what this is the main reason why I wanted to show this to you on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish gluing down this fabric, or excuse me, that little trim I have right here. And you can use any adhesive you want to. You know, I think adhesive is a very personal choice. It just depends on what you like, what you know, you're most comfortable using, and that kind of thing. I use a combination of different adhesives. It just depends on what the project is, how I kind of reach for certain ones. So, okay, and look at this last bit down here. Done. Yeah, I'm really excited though to show you the video and the, for the projects that these will be accompanying. And there are going to be some things that actually have it for sale. So I hope, what is today, the 6th of March? Hopefully I'll have this up by the end of the week. So if you're interested in seeing the components that go with these individual bags, go ahead and check my channel back later this week and you can find that. Alright, so I got that glued on there just fine. And then what I was thinking is I'm going to take this and I'm going to intentionally have this part stay on so that I'll trim this little bit off here. Let me zoom in this a little bit. Sorry, I realize I'm trying to find the happy medium here. I'm not too close and not too far out. So I think that looks really cool. I like that. And then putting, you know, this flower here. I haven't decided yet if I want to have the flower go in between the two pieces or if I want it to kind of be like this. I think I kind of like it with it in between. Let's see how that looks. And this is, you know, just a lot of the creative process, not just for me, but for a lot of us crafters out there. It's really just kind of playing with your different elements and kind of finding, you know, the right arrangement or composition that you're kind of going for. So you'll see in a lot of my process videos, you'll see me kind of fidgeting around with different things, adding some things, taking some things out. And that's just kind of how I and many other crafters work when we're trying to figure out a composition we like or a layout that we like. So we kind of pick this up and look at that. Do I like it that way or do I want to do it down like this? I'm kind of feeling this one a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down that larger satin flower because I know that's where it's going to go. Just add some of this on the bottom here. Don't need a lot because when you press it down, it'll start kind of you know, schmoozing out of the bottom of the flower here. and you really don't want to have any adhesive showing more of it, if you can help it. I mean, sometimes it happens, but hopefully you can help that. So for this one here, I'm going to kind of lay it like this. I'm going to let this be loose and free like it is, but I'm going to secure this part down here. Now you could use score tape if you wanted to, but I'm going to use the glossy accents for this. It's just a little bit quicker. It's not like a fast grab glue like the Fabri-Tac is, but I feel more confident using the glossy accents on this instead of just the score tape, because this is probably going to get handled a lot, you know, moving things in and out of the bag. So I want to make sure it's really secure. So I like it right about there. Before I glue it down though, I do want to finish placing the rest of my elements in case I end up moving this to a different spot. So let's see here. I really like, I'm probably not going to use all these little bits either. I just pulled some things out that I thought would kind of go good with this particular spread here. So let's put this like a little piece of Chinese braid I have left over from another project. Let's try this little flower here. See if I like how that looks. And then maybe the little bow to go right here. These little satin bows are really super cute. See if I kind of like how that looks. I got to pick it just a little bit so I can see it a little bit better myself. Do I like that? I think I kind of do. Let's see here. You know, and I'll pull some things off, obviously, if it's too cluttery looking. You know, I don't want to make it look, you know, not how I think it should look. So let's pull this one off. I really want to use this little bit of Chinese braid, though. I like how that looks. So I'm going to have this go here. And this is what I do, you guys. I talk to myself. I've always done that when I'm, especially when I'm crafting. I don't know why, I guess I kind of I kind of voice out the different arrangements and things like that in my head. So this isn't only something I do on camera. I do, like I said, all the time. So remember, if I put it up here, let's see how it looks up there. Like that. This goes here. I may not need a second flower, but I kind of like to. And then maybe have the bow over here. See how that looks. No, let's try the bow like right here maybe. Yeah, I think how that looks. I like how that looks. So the next thing I'm going to put down is this little bit of Chinese braid. Now a lot of times I will take a picture of my phone so I can remember how I had it laid out. But this isn't that big of a you know, compilation of the different materials. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this down like it is without having to take a picture. Put that there. And then I'm going to put this other flower down here next. And then we'll do that satin cording, and then I'll do the bow. And that'll be that. Okay, so let's push it down a little bit, and we'll kind of tuck this in like that. Get that to stay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get my glossy accents out now. And I'm going to, just trying to mark where it ends. Okay, so I'm going to do it like that. So I'll flip this over. Let me get this out. I might have to do this with both hands just a sec. Okay. I really like using this fine line bottle for my glossy accents. It just works really nicely to get that fine distribution that you're looking for. Okay, let's start back over here. So like this. We'll glue, take the silver. I'm just gonna, I like little beads of this, you know. Nothing, not a real thick, heavy application, because like I said, you'll see the adhesives, you'll see the adhesive when you're putting the trim down. Sorry, I'm just going off the camera here to make sure I'm getting just a little bit coming out. And I'm just putting this on the back side of each section of the trim. I'm going to go right about there because I don't know exactly where I'm going to trim that for sure. So let's flip this over, and we're going to just lay this down. I'm just going to kind of press it for a moment until it has a chance to kind of attach itself, so to speak, to that trim that's underneath it. Sorry, this isn't very exciting. This is just part of it though, so just kind of give it a second here to kind of grab onto that trim a little bit. And I might need to add more. I mean, I was very sparing with this, you know, I wasn't putting on a ton of it because I wanted to make sure I didn't have it schmooze out onto the ribbon. So or the trim, I mean. And then I'll just do a little bit more, and then I'll snip off the excess, use that for, and I'll save this to kind of add to my little snippets tote or box that I have to use on other projects. So anyway, the point of me showing this particular project is because I wanted to, like I said, show you that if you have a piece of trim or, you know, anything like this that's kind of unraveled or frazzled and you can't put it back to its original state, instead of just like chucking it or whatever, you can really make it work in a project. You know, I think that looks pretty cool how it kind of hints down. It gives it more visual interest, as well as like another added layer of texture, because it's kind of that wavy look, and then it's the tight cording up here. So, and let me just kind of flip this over here real quick, and I'm going to add the, I'm going to actually, where my scissors go? Here they go. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off right here so I don't go too far. And if this end piece right here starts to unravel, that's okay. That's just another layer of interest and texture. So I'm going to flip this over here. I'm just going to put some on the back side of these braids here. Just kind of putting that on. It's hard to see because of the shadow of the bag here. Just a second. Okay, there we go. I'll go ahead and kind of give this a little press. Hold it there for a second. So this is just a really, I think, quick and easy way to decorate some various bags that you want to use for creative packaging when you're sending out, you know, commission pieces or, you know, Happy Mail racks, things of that nature, swaps. I am just a huge lover of creative packaging when I get it and when I send it out. I really, really like it, and it really dresses up, I think, the package you're mailing to your friend or customer. So there's that. Now I'm going to double check and see if I really want to put this bow on now that I have everything else kind of glued down. I may not like it now, so we'll just kind of take a peek and see. I think I do like it, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down right about there, and I'm going to let that, glue the back of this here so it can stick to that cording. Need to get some more of this. I'm almost out of this stuff. I really like using the glossy accents, not just as an adhesive, but also for, you know, the purposes that Tim Holtz created this, you know, to put on different pieces and, you know, parts of papers and things like that to kind of make them really stand out. So, and the reason I'm using this instead of my beacon is because of the fine point that I have with this. So that's why I wanted to do that. Okay, just kind of give this a nice press here, real gentle like, so it doesn't move around on me too much. And then there we go. So I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes before I, you know, mess around. Oops, look what I'm trying to do. I just tried putting this cap for my Fabri-Tac on my, I was like, why isn't this going on? Anyway, I'm going to let that kind of dry before I, you know, mess around with it too much, because I want to make sure that the glossy accents has plenty of time to adhere to the trim. The same thing with the bow. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself set up and ready and kind of do a process video where I'm decorating the last two. So these two are Glassine. This one is just a really cool paper bag that I got from Hobby Lobby. These I got from an online Etsy shop, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and get things cleared up, and I'll be right back, and you can watch me finish the last three bags. Be back in just a minute. Okay, so I have all of the 4 bags completed. I need to apologize though. I had to plug my camera in. I didn't realize it had died on me, so I didn't get a chance to finish this last one with you. All I did was just take some more of that white flour sack towel, create a, it's like a little bit of filler, and some of the pink sheer ribbon. I took the wire edges off and just kind of tucked that in there. And then on the stamping piece here, what I did is I just took another piece of that flour sack towel and I used the stamp, and I'm going to have every item as far as like stamps and inks and stuff in the description box below, and of course I'll have a link to Mon Ami Gabby's website so you can go look for these, get these for yourself. But I used this flower one up here, and then I stamped it with this Days On Dove Gray, and then I just took some white paint that I use that I dilute down with some water, just some cheapo stuff, and I kind of sprayed on top of it because I didn't want the gray to be so prominent. I really wanted to kind of more fade in the background, so to speak, and just to kind of go with the silver on, or excuse me, the gray silverish on this flower, and then on the inside of this one here. So I'm really pleased with how these turned out. I think they're very pretty, and I'm hoping that the people who are going to receive these, once they purchase, the item that this is going to go with. I'm not trying to be all secretive or anything, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. So, like I said, but by the end of the week, you will see the 8 individual things I've created that go with these bags. So you'll kind of, if you want to watch for that video later this week. And yeah, so I think these are really pretty. It's just a fun way to use up little tiny scraps and little snippets of things and incorporate them into, a bag like this, which is great, which is a really great way, I think, to send off happy mail. You could put anything in here you wanted to: washi tape samples, flowers, paper, fabric strips, napkins. Possibilities are endless. Just all kinds of different crafty things that we all like to use. And you could send this to your crafty friend, and they'd have a really cute bag to hold their things in. And if they wanted to regift them to somebody else filled with things, they could do that too. Or you could just keep them and use these for decoration in your craft room, or incorporate them into another project or something. So these are the 4 that I made today. Let me hold up the ones I did yesterday. I'll do 2 at a time here. Oops. I think my camera, there we go. My lighting's kind of wonky on me, sorry about that. So there are those 2. And then these 2 here. It's just kind of fun to mix different materials and colors and, different things that you find in your crafty stash to complete projects like this. Just so, this wasn't, I think the longest part for me, which was easy, is just the embossing, because I have to do, 1 at a time. The rest of this went really quickly, I felt. And then so these are the 2 that I did on camera, or, 2 of the 4 I should say, and then here's the other 2. So now I have another half a doily to use on a different project. So I just wanted to share this with all of you because I think it's just a really fun way that I've already mentioned to use up your smaller bits of things. And then you're also gonna get an overview of just the tip of the iceberg of all the gorgeous products and bling bits and fabrics and trims and all kinds of embellishments that you can get from Mon Ami Gabby. So thank you again for watching, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I love getting comments from all of you as well. It's trying to get better about replying in a timely fashion. And yes, and I will have all of the different inks and stamps that I use listed below, as well as the glues in case you're interested in that, and a actual link to the Mon Ami Gabby website. So I will see you all next time. Happy scrapping, happy planning, and happy crafting. Bye!